So good afternoon. I would like you guys to share this video, and this video is a warning to everyone. On Facebook, there's a thing that they are using where as to they say you can use your number or an email address. Most people use their number. Some of you all allow them access to your contacts to see who you have on your contact list that is on Facebook. Don't do it. Get an email address that you don't use privately. When I say privately, I mean an email address that you know that you don't use to send your personal information to. Get a separate email. That email is just basically what you use for Facebook or whatever social media you have. The reason for saying this is because there are people who are getting these information. Don't ask me how. They are getting these information and they are contacting you and they are contacting your children. They are going to WhatsApp and whatever and propositioning people. I had an incident that had happened and it is being investigated. Whereas to my personal email that I have used to open my Twitter and my Instagram account was used to do otherwise. I was contacted on email stating it's a modeling agency because you guys know I do my stuff separately. And they are willing to pay big modeling page. It has a modeling page, and on top of that, when the I can't discuss everything, but as it is an actual page with actual people. But there is people who are using the page to do otherwise. Now I am saying this to you. I know that most parents don't want to violate their children's privacy, but you have to. In this time that we have is no longer sweet tea and tea. Every situation we have to treat as a hostile one, a what if situation, right? You need to know what is going on in your children's life. Because if I was the type of person that I didn't have my head on my shoulder, I would have probably fall for that and gone to the interview, and you all would not have been seeing me here today. They are going around propositioning your children. You all know I have a title, but they are propositioning your children and introducing themselves as modeling agency or job seekers, and they seeking people who want jobs and blah 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 blah. And there are people who are falling for it. They are also making young men contact your children. People, in this timing, every single situation in your life, you have to treat as a what if situation. Everything you're doing now, you have to think twice. Young ladies, young men, not just ladies alone, men as well. Treat every situation as a what if. If you know that you all are going somewhere, carry a friend, tell someone, text every single car number you're going to. It might seem like you're sickening, but it could save your life. Tell someone where you are going and don't go alone. There are time and time again, too many times we have been saying this, and some people just choose not to follow this line because I know you're young, you're hot, it's scratching. The boy probably gain you all the latter sweet talk. But you have to be safe first, foremost, before anything else. These are dangerous people. They do not care about you. They care about the purpose they come in towards you to fulfill. And these are people who I'm pretty sure have their own children. You can't go and touch their kids. Because God forbid. But they have no problem with taking you away from your family. People, we need to be safe. We need to treat every situation as a what if situation. We need to start to have some health and safety courses with our children. And this thing where we don't want to tell our children what is what anymore, cut that shit out. Put them to sit down and give them the hard facts, the hard truth as to what it is going on. Let them see what it is going on. because this is a dangerous time. This is no longer sweet tea and tea. When they found that was not enough, they called me on WhatsApp with a business proposition. And the lady was persistent and very adamant. She was like, you're at the 20 something years age, and this would be the great opportunity. I said, woman, I'm 33. I am not 20 something. She, but you look so and so and so and so. And she was very persistent. And when she couldn't have her way, the guy called. People, these people are dangerous people. They don't care about you. They do not. Be very careful. They are hacking into your system, whereas to you put your private information out there, and then we have to be careful as to some things that I and all too, after the situation, I have to be very mindful as to what I post, because everything they are watching as to where you live, and trust me, it ain't hard for somebody to find where you live in if they're persistent, and they just watch everything you post up. Take off your location when you're taking out a picture, because sometimes your location comes on when you take out a picture and it adds it into your photo catalog. And if you do not know, sometimes when you take out a picture and your location is on, it enters your photo location. And sometimes when you post that information, the photo follows a thing called a detail. Go into your gallery, and some of your photos that you have taken out and your location was on, you will see that it has a detail as to what area the photo was taken out of. So we need to be careful. Sometimes people, it have sick people. It had a guy who, I would say it, from the Arima library. I do not know the individual, but apparently he knows me, because he has been following my entire, it doesn't care if I delete my Facebook 99 times, he knows. He follows my Facebook, but I always use my original birth name. I went to the library to get a card for my son to join the library, because you know your children underage, so you have to go with them to get the card. He took my private information and went on Facebook to find me. By the time I reached home, I had a friend request from him. I never accepted it. And on top of that, I post a day that I was going to Castro's. That guy ended up in Castro's and took a picture with me sitting down 3 feet away from him, and sent it for me on my messenger. Now, I don't have messenger because there's too much messages to read, and some of you all on just stupidness. With your dick pic and your ugly ass stupidness you want to be sending people, that is just ridiculous. Some of you all not interested in polite conversation. And when you tell you all that you have somebody, like all, you're more vexed more than anybody else. I am a simple person, but I'm a very straightforward person. I don't have time to deal with nonsense. Right? Again, back to the topic at hand. This is a guy who took my information, followed me around. Well, he works at the Arima library, so he had to be in and out of Arima, whatever. But I am up and down, so he's seeing me up and down, and even Tunapuna and all too, where I accustomed being most of my time. And he took that personal information and followed me with it. He took a picture with me sitting there with my family having dinner and sent it for me on Messenger. He wanted to come across, as the message he sent is that he wanted to come across and speak to me. No, a lie. He started the conversation with, hello, heartbreaker. You feel you're too pompous and too dead to talk to anybody. So I was like, what is your issue? I don't owe no allegiance to you. I don't own you. I don't know you. What is your problem? Why are you in my inbox? And send the picture. He wanted to come across and tell me hello, but he didn't want to cause a scene. Well, let me tell you something, eh? Those who know me well. I wish he did come across. I would have forget I is human. God forbid. Especially where my child is concerned. I'm an animal. Don't ever take God out your thoughts and mess with a woman where she child is concerned. Don't make that mistake. And I is one of them. Don't make that mistake with. And he went on and on and on. And I went to the police station for him because I find you were very disrespectful. I don't know you. I don't speak to you. I don't have nothing to do with you. And then he was warned. But he didn't find that was enough. I was crossing the road to go to Royal Castle and he took a picture of me. And he said even though he was warned to stay away from me, it doesn't stop him from looking. That is a sick person. That is a sick person. And he's not the only one. I have had others. I have had others. I have had others. That is the reason why I don't speak to some of you all. So I'm sorry, but one person has made it bad for all. That is the reason why I stopped answering people messages on Facebook. And if they want to contact me concerning business, go on my business page and get my number and you can speak to me. But other than that, I don't have anything to say. And I am very skeptical about who I accept friend requests from now on, because people, not all, but there are some people who are very sick in their head, who have said they can't sleep. I have had somebody send me a photo where they took my photo off of my profile and made a dolly of me with my face picture. He put it on the dolly and he sleeps with it. So there are very sick people out here. Very sick people. People, this is not about me. This is about your kids. We need to start to be serious about how we treat our kids and what we tell our kids. You need to tell them everything. Don't sugarcoat nothing, don't butter nothing, no nothing. Tell them as it is. Because they are very sick people. If I am, as a child, I walking down the road and a car drive too close to me, I walking and bawling. Hard. I just tell my child as it is. Walk and bawl. That's nothing if you feel embarrassed after. That's afterwards. Do the proper thing. If you find it coming too close and I see it more than once, do that. There are other things you can tell your children to do as well. Secure your children. There is a family tracker app and there are other ways to track your children. Google it. It's better to be safe than sorry. Google it. When my child going to school and all them neighbors, I know I talk to every single one of them. I took it upon myself and spoke to every single one of them. So I know what he does do from ways. If he cross the road twice, I'm like the most sickening parents he could ever have. I just call him and tell him, oh God, I turned my fan off from him, but I was sweating all him. Because I don't want the breeze to be. Yeah, but I'm the most sickening parent ever. I just call him and be like, why you cross the road twice? Why do this? Why do that? Why do this? You have to treat every situation now as a what if situation, because these people have no remorse. You can't go wrong them family, but they will go wrong yours. People, it's better to be safe than sorry. Stop using your personal information to do certain things when you're going online. Get another account where you could use whatever. Kids, stop going and meeting these people. And yes, young ladies and young men, they have business pages that looking legit, situations that when you reach in, they're looking legit, and you're telling yourself they offering you a job, or they tell you they care in your Caribbean, this place and on cruise ship and wherever it is. It have good ones and it have bad ones. But it's always better to be safe than sorry. Get a second opinion, wherever. Thing, wherever. If you know you're going for a job, get the police involved. Trinidad and Tobago police, that is what you all are there for, to assist the citizens of this country. I know it's not your job to go with nobody on no interview and no nothing, but I sure there are, if they could come to you and say, well, okay, this site contact me and wherever, probably you could lend a hand to tell them, well, you know, it's not legit or blah, 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 or blah, blah, blah. People start to do what's right. Sometimes you may not have the resources to find out certain things for yourself. See how best you could get help. Because these people have legitimate sites and thing, and they propositioning your children. Like if they, you know, they are very dangerous. Treat every situation as a hostile situation. Let these people stop this shit. I'm old 33 years. I like the fact they say I look like I'm a 20s, but it's not no joke. We need to start to take this thing seriously, because they were very, very persistent. When they couldn't get me there, and the reason how I know it was the same person is because of the phrase they used to the ending of our conversation. And when she couldn't get through to me, she sent him. And there's the next thing where they're calling you to invest and all this kind of bullshit and all these kind of things. People, be safe than sorry. Share the video, please. Maybe it will help save somebody. I really do hope so. Because these people are ruthless and they don't care. I want a safe T&T again. Do you?